Rodri mentioned that players are planning to go on strike, that they are playing too many games. First of all, with the Champions League, what you have is basically 2 games extra. If you don't get to play the playoff. Now, if you play the playoff, that will be 4 games extra, right? Yeah. Then it's only few clubs that will play Club World Cup, which has more games, right? Yeah. But apart from that, every other thing is back to normal. Some countries play only 1 cup. England plays 2 cups, right? Yeah. So England also have their own wahala. Now the question to out there: are players really? Are they justified calling for a number of things? Jamie Carragher the other time said the players are being treated like cattle. I felt so bad when he mentioned that thing. The players are being treated like cattle. We'll get all of that. We'll break all of that down now. Are players treated badly by giving them more games? Are the games too much? What are your thoughts? The phone lines are open. Send us a WhatsApp message, 0802-081-5247 on WhatsApp. The phone lines are open from the beginning. Just you can start calling and let us know. 0902-416-3440, 0810-764-1679. Is Rodri justified that players they are thinking of a strike because the games are too much? Mind you, but let me lay out everything out before Mega. Mind you, so the lowest, these players on the average, okay, let's say average. Let's say the average player is earning 100,000. Average.
A month?
A week. $100,000 a week. Please, by the current rate, how much is Naira?
Mike.
1.6.
No, I think that 100,000 is so high.
I say it's average. Let me do average.
Let's do even in the Premier League. I think that the average should be about 50, 70.
Okay, let's do 50. Okay, let's do 50. If you calculate that thing by this thing, no, let me be sure. Let me be sure. Let me sure. Let's 50.
Let's stick with dollars, please.
Let's stick with the dollars.
20,000. No, we'll do
Don't go to Naira.
$50,000 to Nigerian Naira in a week is 81,972,500 Naira. A week. Take out tax. Let's give tax. 30%. Or 40%.
40%, yeah. Especially in the UK.
Or let's say tax 50. Yes.
Okay,
Let me give tax 50.
So about 40 plus.
You're calling me 40 million Naira a week. That is for 50,000. There's some players that earn 8 times that.
I think the most tax.
No. Let me clear something for you now. Do you understand?
Denmark, Norway, that the most tax that sometimes goes about.
Are the players justified to complain about the number of games?
I think you mentioned that it's not right, that Rodri is not supposed to be saying something like that.
Yeah. Now, if I compare this thing to somebody in Sambisa fighting is collecting minimum wage.
Like, these guys are not paying.
Which is life on the line. You work for last suit, you understand. Healthcare, the NHS, let's compare them. Even the healthcare, what the doctor they collect, where they save life.
There was a strike in England.
Yes, in the strike in UK, for how much? How much doctor they collect? Do you understand? Which other profession we want to talk now? My point is the force, the servicemen, the police, how much do they collect? First of all, as you are calling as a footballer, you are collecting the money that in your 1 week, Rodri is earning what? Rodri is not earning not less than 250, 300. That means that if you take off a tax and everything, and even at 50% and add bonuses, Rodri is earning at least 200 million Naira every week.
Mike,
many guys are playing in Nigeria.
I know, because we are Nigerians, we need to understand. If to say Naira, never fall like this. You get one time when Naira pass dollar safe. The job is that, they talk so that we can understand. Because when somebody is saying dollars, sometimes you feel like it's not this thing. But guys, okay, let's hear you guys. What are your thoughts?
So first, I don't agree with Rodri about playing too many games. I do understand his point, but the thing is that the people that pay your salaries, we, the viewers, the advert people, the companies, they want to see their brand out there. And it is you playing on the field that happens. And that's how you get the revenue that the clubs get to pay you. So we did make the analysis sometime there about how much they pay to sign a player. And for something you pay 100 million. That money is not going to be generated under a year. Maybe for some exceptional player, that's where you can generate about 50 to 60% of how much you pay for them. And that's why clubs spread it over the number of years, some 2-3 years, depending on the club they're having, the agreement with. Footballers do need to be protected.
For me, I think on the flip side, it's a two-way thing.
Okay.
I agree with what Sam has said. Rodri he has a point. Why? Because on the other side, these players, if they don't give their all, it is we off the pitch that are saying we want to watch these guys that will still complain that, especially the white paper boys, we are still going to complain that these guys are not giving their all. Okay. Why is Man City losing?
Okay.
Because these players averagely now, I think for Rodri, I think it's just on his own side. Look at Manchester City. You know Manchester City will negotiate this league phase of the Champions League. They might get to the playoffs. They are still going to play in the Club World Cup. These are massive games. There are a lot of games that will become, just for the number of games alone, I think Rodri has a point.
Yeah, for the number of games, when you look at it, the club is playing this, but then that's why we make it a larger squad. Players, in fact, in every league, has as many, I think they have a leeway to take as many players as they want from their youth side. And that's why some time ago when I saw Gabi Agbola talking about Chelsea taking off some of their players,
I think Chelsea did in the conference, and I was like, eventually.
I think probably someone needs to remind him that these guys are in at least 5 competitions.
Okay.
And that's why they need to manage
All right.
the players.
What
I think is the club, the managers shouldn't play all these guys in all games. Yes, I know you have to play your best, but then it is their problem right now to find balance.
All right. Want to take as many calls and contributions as possible, and I'll get to that. Let me, you see, my graphs did not of it. First of all, Rodri is a sellout. The two-face sellout. Why?
Sellout?
Baba was in the promo with Seferin.
He featured in the shirt.
You were paid. That promo was not free.
Yeah.
So now why are you complaining?
He was there.
Maybe he did discover the number of games.
You show paper. I wish I would get that promo now. He did it. We set free. They jump. Him. While the players that were there. I'm not talking about.
I think he's the only footballer.
Only football player. How is it that is the one that is
the only one? The other people we have past footballer, Ibrahimovic, Buffon, and then Kate Abdo, who's also a journalist that was.
The only red pride I had that was in that promo. If you wanted to, why didn't you take a stand and say, write it out? Seferin called me for Champions League new promo. I said I will not do it. Why? Because I have more pride. Games are too much. Because you were paid for that. That's number one. Number two, Oga, a football team is not 11 players. A squad is 25 players. And there's somebody, people that are being paid.
Even, you have as many as you can even pick from your youth team.
Rotate! Rotate! Razak is on the line. Hello, Razak. Talk to us. We lost Razak there. Sorry about that. The numbers, once again, 09024163440, 08107641679. But the part that you go ahead and say, you're treating them like cattle, you're treating them...
So maybe Karaga.
In my life, if all of us are here, if you call all of us here, our salary, what we earn in our life,
it's never up to what Karaga said it. Karaga said it is never up to what.
It's not up to what that guy earned in 1 week. So, all the salary, Sam, all the salary you earn in a year, how much you earn, Sam?
It's understanding.
We put your own, put my own, put your own. We join them together. Baba, in 1 day, Rodri's 1 day salary, we pay all our salary.
The complaint here.
And then you open your mouth. You open your mouth and you tell me I treat you like a cattle. What are you saying? It hurts me.
That was Karaga.
No, personally.
Karaga, that was.
Okay, but then you say you're treating us like we don't care, like we don't care. That thing hurts me a lot. If you know what some people are going through.